I know I just did the running backs literally 2 weeks ago from today, but I had to update it. There are, I think, 5 or 6 new running backs on this list, including 2 cards that are above our last final number 1 on the last list. So this one had to get updated, and also running back is one of the most fun, and I know people like switching this position a lot, so I like doing this list, man. But if you guys enjoy top 10s like this, I do them on every single position. I also do gameplays on all these cards, so make sure you hit that like, hit that subscribe so you're never missing any video. We are pushing for 50,000 subscribers, man. We just hit 46K. I appreciate all the love so far, man, and let's just jump right into number 10. If you are looking for cheap, fast Madden coins to build that God Squad you always wanted, head over to my sponsor, EasyMut, and use code CHEW for 5% off your order. The link is in the description. At number 10, we still do got Gale Sayers, the Kansas Comet. This is a card that I never see out there. I don't think I've even played against him once, and I play the Super Bowl event, so I'm seeing different names, different teams all the time, and I don't think I've played against him literally ever, not even once. If I had to actually put money on it, I don't think it was once, but I did get to do a gameplay on this card. I got to use him a little bit, and if you are trying to switch it up, he is a fun card to do so. He has 96 speed, 98 excel, 93 agility. He is 6 foot, 198. He looks way smaller in game than 6 foot. I don't know what it is with his build, but he's very tiny. I actually like the smaller running backs because I feel like they never get hit at the line of the scrimmage, and obviously you can make some crazy jukes at the second level, but he is a great receiving back too. 87 catching. If we come down here, amazing route running as well. 86. Honestly, anything above 80 right there is what you love to see for a running back. And then if we come over to abilities, they're not the greatest. He only gets 1 discount because he is still that 96, but I will take Energizer for 0. I also like Evasive for 1. That's basically Jukebox, as you guys know. And then his X Factors, he can get Route Tech, which isn't bad. If you're a big passer, I think this guy is a really solid running back. Energizer for 0, Evasive, not bad with the Route Tech if you want it. Not a bad card here. At number 9, it is so hard to continue to keep on putting Derrick Henry here, but I feel like he is still probably one of the best power running backs in the game when it comes to the end zone. As you guys know, he is not a starter. You do not start this card on your team. He is not your running back 1. This is kind of an exclusive, I guess you could say, what am I saying here? If you have the coins to do it, I think it is super worth it. Everybody I play against that has this card brings him off the bench in the red zone. He is miserable to play against. You think you just got done playing the other X Factor running back, or you're done playing the receiving back, and then boom, he brings out this X Factor Derrick Henry. Obviously, if his X Factor's off, he's not even arguably not even top 30 running back in the game. He is awful without it. He can't juke. He's obviously not the fastest in the world, but the X Factor on a guy that's going to fall forward all the time, you love to see it from Derrick Henry. Not really much to explain here because he is an older card, but I truly do not think this can be your main running back. I think he's a backup, but he's that good at bringing him in those certain plays that I feel like I have to include him somewhere on the list, even if it's down here at 9. At number 8, we got our guy Terrell Davis. I feel like Terrell Davis stock falls a little bit as Super Bowl theme team starts to slow out and pan out. Come on. I don't really like to look at theme teams when I do these top 10s, right? But and this is the year where promo theme teams are absolutely elite, and their strat cards help them get their speed and whatnot. Terrell Davis sadly doesn't get really, I wouldn't say Super Bowl's dying, but Combine is definitely the best right now, and we're also probably getting Team of the Year in 2 days. So a guy like Terrell Davis, stock is falling, but he's still a good card nonetheless. He has 96 speed, good excel, good agility. He has a solid build in game. He is a little bit shorter, but he does fall forward. I feel like he looks like he has the stockier build in game. He does have 90 carrying too. The catching is not the best on him, and also it's weird because they gave him really bad catching, but they gave him elite route running right there, 87. But Terrell Davis, as you guys know, gets 2 discounted abilities on these cards. 0 AP Energizer, and then you can match that with Evasive, which is insane. And if you power him up, he does get +1 speed, or you can get Evasive for 0, which is not bad with the lighted up token. But I love our guy T Davis, man. I had a good run with this card. So at number 7, this is actually the only card I have not used on this list, and it's only because I am too lazy to play the challenges, but I've played against him plenty of times. I've actually seen other streamers use him, and I've got to view him a lot. I will say, if you block out 1 stat, you guys, I guess you could say 2 stats. If you block out 1 stat, he looks like the best running back or a top 3 running back in the game, right? But that is arguably one of the most important stats in the game right there. I've heard good and bad things. I know there's going to be people out there, I've used Darren McFadden for 20 games and he hasn't fumbled. Obviously, you're going to have games like that. But then again, I truly feel like against good players, they're going to try to hit stick you and rip him as much as possible. That's all they're going to do with this card. It's so tough. I don't know. I feel like Dre Archer, the same thing happened with him, where every time I played him, he fumbled. But everybody else in my comments were like, my Dre Archer never fumbles. I think he needs to be hot. It is one of the harder cards to rank. But you got to remember, he also gets the Combine strat card, so he's 98 speed. He also gets every chem. I feel like McFadden arguably could be higher, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just being a little paranoid right here. But in a game where offense is so easy. If you can risk even putting the ball on the floor once, it's just not, in my personal opinion, the favorite. But like I said, if he's balling for you, don't let me be the one to sway you away. But he does get solid abilities too. I do like evasive for one. No 0-8. Actually, I didn't even know he got double buckets. See, I need to go get my McFadden. I mean, at least as the backup with Energizer and maybe like a, I mean, I probably wouldn't use AP on a backup, but still, this is a good card right here. And as you guys know, he does get the X Factors. Nothing really crazy right here on him, but McFadden, a very, very good free card. Top 10 running back. Easy. At number 6, we still got Peyton Hillis, and Peyton Hillis is the exact same way as Derrick Henry, but the way I look at him is he is way usable, like, when it comes to, like, anywhere on the field, and you can use him all game as your primary running back. He is pretty slow. I mean, we obviously know he's not the fastest in the world, 94 speed, 93, 88 agility, but the difference between him and Derrick Henry is the juke. Derrick Henry is probably the worst running back in the game when it comes to, like, any animation-based, as you guys all know, and if you could add the juke on top of having the best X factor in the game, and also, like, dude, they actually made this card, like, Zeus when he originally came out, because if you look at him, he also has 91 carrying, 86 catching on a power back, and also 84 short running. They basically made him like the best all-around running back. I remember the MCS guys even had a gentleman's agreement. They wouldn't even allow him in the tournament. That's how good this card truly was. I mean, he is insane. Like I said, I can't rank him any higher, although I think he has the best build ability slash everything combo in the game. I don't think it gets much better than his ability stack and build and everything, but the speed, man, I just can't put him any higher than this. I know he's insane. I can't wait for his upgrade. I gotta have it on my team. Number 5, probably one of the more underrated running backs in the game. I would say, like, I think Ultimate Legends has obviously been a flop. No one cares about him. It's always, like, whatever at the end of the day. They haven't been giving him the best abilities in the world. But Fred Taylor was actually not bad. As you guys remember, the first week of Madden when the original Legends dropped, he was the best running back in the game for at least a week, I would say, or 2 weeks. It was a fat minute I was using Fred Taylor in the team. He had that jukebox. This is the card that originally taught us how OP the juke move is. This card right here, man. But you can see good build across the board. 230 pounds at 6'1". He's a tall running back. He's going to be good out the backfield. And then obviously they gave him 83 catching. The route running is well down here, 85. They blessed Fred Taylor up, and the reason why I like him even more, and also 96 change direction, is they gave him 0-8, oh, wrong box. Wait, no, it was in the same box. It's the same box. 0-AP jukebox, I think, is so valuable. I think it's one of the best running back abilities in the game. I don't think it's like a necessity, like other, like for offensive line, like secure protector is, or like for like quarterback, like how gunslinger or whatever is. But I do think this makes a running back 10 times better, especially when you give a running back that's already great at everything like catching, receiving, obviously change direction, break tackle. It makes a guy like Fred Taylor really good, and this is definitely one of the most unappreciated cards in the game. Number 4, I didn't want to include all the CMCs. I know he has a 95, a 96, and a 97, but I actually think this 97 CMC is very good. His abilities are insane, actually. When you compare him to even his Super Bowl 95, I did not realize that he actually got 0 AP jukebox as well. I do think that's a big deal. I really do think that's a big deal for most players. I think this is one of the most spammed abilities in the game. This ability, I've seen pried open bad runs into touchdowns. That's how good it is, and he also gets backfield master, which is nice if you're not a Howard Master guy, or even grab and go, which a lot of people, especially if you're running those swing passes, angle routes, or whatever, this ability is low-key becoming underrated. I like it a lot on any sort of yak 'em up players, and obviously CMC being a receiving back, he's insane there. He does have 88 catching, 96 carrying too, so he should not fumble the rock, and then 88 short running, 84 medium. I think the CMC is actually really good, and as the Super Bowl theme team slowly starts to fall off, I think he gets a little bit of a boost being the LTD, but yeah, I don't know. It's tough. There's so many good CMC cards out there. I like the abilities on him a little bit more. I think Jukebox is just so good right now, especially when you get it for free. And boys, at number 3, last time I recorded this video, Marshawn Lynch was the best running back in the game by far at that time. And as you can see, he has fallen down 2 spots pretty fast. He's also fallen from 3 million coins down to 750K. I just saw him on the auction house, and he also got Redux. That was fast, honestly. It was a very fast moment. Like I said, that was 2 weeks ago today. Then I think the gameplay was 2 weeks ago and 1 day ago, which is insane. But you can see 96 speed on him, 96 excel, 90 agility. He doesn't look the craziest, right? Bad catching, not the craziest carrying in the world. But as you guys know, they gave him angry runs. And angry runs right now, X factors are absolutely broken at the running back. We barely have any secure tacklers on defense. And if you do have them, I think they're like pretty expensive right now, right? Like you got the big D tackle, Harrison Phillips, he's like 1.4. I think even Sapp, you got to get Sapp. Bo Jackson, it's tough. We don't really have much counters to it yet. He also does get Jukebox, Tank, whatever combo you want to run out of these. I think he only gets 1 discounted. Or 0 AP running back price, which is insane too if you want to save out on Howard Master. I mean, Beast Mode is definitely amazing. It's just the next 2 guys came out and are just better. And then shortly, I think literally the week after, maybe it was 2 weeks after, they dropped this Emmitt Smith card, and Emmitt Smith has been insane. I just dropped him for the number 1 guy. I think most people did, but you can see his stats are just as good, right? 96 speed. He has way better excel right there, way better agility, +7, and then the carrying's way better, the catching is way better, and then when we come down to route running too, the route running is much better at 88. So Emmitt Smith is basically just Marshawn Lynch, but way better. He is 5'9" and a little bit heavier at 210, but he still does get the good juke move. And like I said, I feel like the shorter guys, they do take a hit in the run and the passing game a little bit, but I feel like around the line of scrimmage, he just never gets touched. And then you could also activate that angry runs a little bit farther down the field in the second level, maybe. That's why Emmitt, I felt like, was so good. And then obviously he gets 2 times chem as well, which is huge. You can get it for Super Bowl or any of these theme teams right here, which is nice. And then also you could get the triplets if you wanted to build that. But also, I did like that he also got Energizer for 0. I think Energizer's underrated. We would have loved to see Jukebox or something, but yeah, Emmitt Smith, man, this card was insane, and it's quite crazy. I thought he was going to be running back 1 for a little bit. Then they dropped this guy. And at number 1, I mean, there's no question about it. I mean, there's genuine, like, you just can't argue it right now. I don't care about the carrying being below 90, as long as it's not like 70s like we saw McFadden earlier. He does have 77 catching too, which isn't the craziest, but with gift draft, he should be fine. 88 short earnings, which we want, but there's really not much to talk about stats. The only reason why we're here is because he gets angry runs NFL Combine, and as you guys know, to activate this, just 9 plays. Literally 9 any plays, passing, literally anything offensive plays, and he gets it on for the rest of the game no matter how bad you play with him. That is insane. I mean, that feels more endgamey than are the cards we got last year. I mean, we were not getting guys that had X Factors on no matter what all game. Even Quadfather didn't get that. That is insane. You're also putting it on a guy that has like some of the best abilities. He gets Jukebox for free. He also, I mean, he is by far running back 1 right now. It's not even close. He also is 99 speed base for anybody with no theme team because of the Combine strat card. It's not even fair right now. I mean, Bo Jackson, RB1. Dude, this dude is literally endgame. I mean, you really might not have to switch your running back for the rest of How does it get much better than this? Like, genuinely, I don't know. Boys, hope you guys enjoyed the video, man. Make sure to comment down below which running back you are rocking. Like I said, I know it wasn't the fastest, or it was a pretty fast turnaround, I guess you could say 2 weeks, but the running back position got absolutely loaded, and we got some big dogs at the top. I had to update it for you guys, man. But if you enjoyed the content, hope to see you guys in the next video. Peace out, boys.